Welcome to the course Problem Solving in Python Programming. This course will cover all the basic concepts of Python and utilize its core programming tools. It helps you to develop solutions from simple problems to the complex one. Let's get started with understanding what Python is. Python is a popular and fastest growing programming language. It was developed by Guido van Rossum and released in 1989. We would be thinking Python has been named after Python Snake, but it's not. Python is named after the comedy television show Monty Python's Flying Circus. Python is a general purpose, high-level, interpreted programming language with easy syntax and dynamic semantics. What is this syntax? And what does this semantic means? Syntax is the structure of the programming language or the grammar of the language. Semantic determines the meaning to it. It checks whether the given code is valid or not. Compared to the other programming like C, C++ and Java, Python takes only few lines of code. When you develop a logic in other languages, say if it takes 10 to 15 lines of code, where you will solve the same thing in Python, it takes almost less than 5 lines of code. So you can see how Python is so advantageous to develop. Python has been largely adapted by a lot of people in different areas working in different domains. Why Python has become so popular? Let's see few reasons for that. Number 1. It's easy to develop and it's easy to use. It's designed to be a human readable. The syntax of the Python is very easy and it has a high level of features. Python turns out to be a great programming language if anyone would like to start their coding skill, and it's a perfect language to learn in your first semester. Second, it's free to use. It's an open source software that is available freely on the online. Anybody can use it and execute accordingly. Number 3. For developing an application or software, we need a programming language. One such language is Python, which is a general purpose. We can use Python for web development, app development, for game designing, both 2D and 3D, financial, and designing some scientific apps. Number 4. Python has a lot of libraries and supporting tools. Libraries are nothing but it's a collection of modules. It's effectively used for solving variety of problems. So Python libraries are nothing. It's a reusable chunk of codes that if you want to include in your program, you can just import it and use it. It mainly eliminates the need for writing code from the scratch. So you can see how Python is so powerful and flexible to use it.
Now let's see few important and amazing features of Python. Simplicity. It's a well-known feature. Python has less syntax so that we can concentrate more on solving problems than sitting and learning towards its structure. Most programming language in the 80s when Python started its development were very complex and difficult to learn. So the Python creator thought that why could he develop a programming language that is more fun and enjoyable to use. And here goes, we are having Python in hand with us. Python is an open source. You can download from the internet and you can use it according to whatever platform you're having. Maybe it is Linux or Windows type of operating system. Python supports portability. It can run in any platform. Python code written in one computer can be shared and it can be executed in another. The results are same irrespective of whatever platform you're using. Python is embedded and extensible, which means you can add any other programming language like C, C++ into Python and you can use it, which feels that Python is more powerful. Python is interpreted. The interpreted means the Python code can be executed line by line. If you want to immediately get the result out of one particular command or one particular code, you can give it and you can get the results at instance. All CPU and memory management tasks are handled by Python itself. As discussed, Python has a huge number of libraries, almost say more than 1 lakh of libraries are present in Python. which is used to solve a lot of problems in very easy manner. To mention few libraries are like NumPy, SciPy, Matplotlib, which can be used in a lot of applications of data science, machine learning and artificial intelligence. Another important feature of Python is object-oriented.
Object-oriented programming is a widely used concept to write powerful applications. Python supports OOPS, where you can design and develop real-world solutions for different problems, which are well related to a particular domain. It also adds better security to our solution. In the modern age, Python is an all-rounder programming language and providing solutions to numerous challenges faced by business people. This makes Python the preferred programming language of choice for a lot of companies around the world. Now let's see some of the well-known reputed companies.
Google, the technology giant. Surely every one of us would have used the Google search engine to search for any content we wanted, and it gives a lot of search results for the content that we searched for. So Google uses Python to get better search features. Next, Dropbox. Dropbox is mainly an online storage where you can keep all your files, documents, anything you would like to have it. You can keep it over in an online space, which we call it as a cloud. And that space can be synchronized along with your personal devices, maybe a laptop or mobile phone or a system, anything. And you can access to the files from the cloud location. So Dropbox uses Python to build their server applications and client applications. Here comes the world's leading streaming media, Netflix, where we watch web series and movies. The Netflix uses machine learning along with Python to implement their algorithm, so which gives lot of recommendations to the users. Hope we remember that we get almost like hash trendings and recommendation of certain web series, movies, all those things. So the technology, the idea behind that is machine learning along with the Python. NASA, who does lot of space researches, uses Python for their scientific calculations, which makes their task very easier. Hope you get to know a little bit about Python. Further throughout this course, under each chapter you will be learning a lot of Python concepts. In chapter 1, you will be trained with writing an algorithm, developing a pseudocode and designing a flowchart. These steps are very important before developing any programming language. Followed by, you will get to know the different data types in Python, how to declare a variable and solve an expression. And in chapter 3, you will get to know with the function concepts, which helps to reduce the complexity of the program. And then we'll be having the core data types of Python, the list, tuples and dictionaries. Finally, we'll be learning how to handle the files, how to access it, and how can we retrieve information from it. So looking forward to travel with you all throughout the course. Thank you. Happy learning.